My people there. Okay, so this is exactly 10:30. So for some of us who are already waiting, good morning everyone. Welcome to another webinar on Sage Business Cloud. I'm sure if you are following our training, you notice that our job specifically is to make accounting software enjoyable. Mr. Joaquin, good morning. Happy to see you once again. Remember, your certificate is still with us, Mr. Joaquin. Okay, so if you are joining us, please, I want to wish all of you happy Valentine Day. This is also a Valentine edition. I didn't even know that today is Valentine when I was putting the date. Sorry for the inconvenience. I didn't know that today is a memorable day for all of you. So happy Valentine. Enjoy your day. Celebrate love. Live out love. Don't forget the motherless today. Don't forget the orphans. Please remember them in your expenses today. Extend your hands of kindness to them as well. They are our brothers, and we need to also uh, take care of them. So, if you are joining us, please let us know where you are joining us from. Mr. Joaquin, I know you are in Abuja. If you have changed your location, you can still let us know. If you are joining us, please let us know where you are joining us from. It's not going to be a long training. I'm going to hit the point. Yeah, Miss Faith from Port Harcourt, Miss Faith Amadi, Miss Mike from Kigali. Wow, that's Rwanda. That's amazing. So happy. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Mike. Please, once you join us, give us a wave emoji. Just introduce your joining us with a wave and tell us where your location is. Okay, so after the training today, I'm going to send us the case study for today. I'm going to, because I did some last minute alteration on it. I did some last minute changes. So just like a minute to the starting of this class. So I didn't have the time to put it online, but I'm going to put it in our post so that you can download it and use it. Okay, so if I'm sure some of you are watching us for the first time, and I'm going to also do the normal ritual that we normally I will introduce this essence of this training. Like I said, okay, Miss Beko from South Africa, welcome. The essence is to give you a solid foundation. You know, IT has different layers, but the essence of this is that once you have the software before you, you can comfortably get to work, you know, use it to get your report. The essence of the software is to make sure that you can generate real-time or near accurate. Like I said, I don't believe there's anything like accurate report, because if we start dissecting what made that report accurate or inaccurate, you will understand that there's a lot of things we are going to leave behind. Okay, so near accurate reports so that management can make informed business decision. So without wasting your time, I'm going to start the class officially. Please, if you are joining us for the very first time, please let us know where you are joining us from. Give us an emoji. Please, can you also let me know if you are hearing me clearly? If you are hearing me clearly, please let me know. If you are seeing my screen clearly, and this particular accounting software is a cloud software. It's strictly cloud software. I pray that the internet will cooperate with us. So if you are hearing me clearly, please let me know by Just okay, loud and clear. Mr. Joaquin says loud and clear, so that's good. So I'm going to share my screen right now so that we can start. Okay, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? It is slow. Okay, now, like I said, the case study is on a Bistec Limited. It's a provision store. It's into sale of buying and selling of provision, beverage, and so now, if you have been able to extract the content, like I said, anytime you are setting up an accounting software, whether it's cloud-based or um, whether it's cloud-based or desktop-based, is the same procedure. It's just the same procedure. Remember, it is your responsibility to feed the cloud. It is your responsibility to feed the cloud with the information that you need to run your business. It is your responsibility as the user to feed the software with all the information you need to run that business. So the customer data, the vendor data, the employee data, the names of the items or the names of the service you render, and the ledgers. Most importantly, the chart of account. It is your responsibility to feed the software with all this content. So that when you now start doing the transaction proper, then that's where the software comes in to be of great help. So from my what you are saying now, I've been able to extract all the content of the business. So you can see it here. These are the customer names: CityMart Superstore, Fresh Point. These are the vendors. Okay, this is where we'll be taking in our data. These are the names of the items: Indomie noodles, and all of them are sold in cartons. Spaghetti, rice in bags, and vegetable oil. Then the last three are the charts of account. Okay, so how fast it takes you to set up an accounting system depends on your experience and depends on how good you are and knowledge of the business as well. Now, I have also created my platform, my Sage One platform, so you can see it here. So I've created my Sage One platform, Bistec Limited Workspace. Now you can see that if you look at this software specifically, it looks like QuickBooks because everything is at a glance. You are just looking at everything at a glance. Okay, so it looks as if you are just looking at QuickBooks, and I love the way the owner structured it. You don't need to move from one place to the other so much. Everything is just in your face. Okay, now let me also tell you there are ups and downs to this software, and you have to know about that. As we soldier, there are a lot of goods you can take out of this. No software is 100% accurate or is 100% feature filled like you want it. No software has everything that you want. As long as it's off the shelf, as long as you bought it the way the owner has made it, it doesn't have everything that you want. But there's a lot of workaround. There's a lot of ways you can make your transactions to happen in it. Unless you now want to customize your own software, you want to design internally, then at that stage, you are now telling the programmer everything you want to see. But as long as it's off the shelf software, it was designed based on the manufacturers' expectations or features that you may need. They designed it and added what they did in the respect that you may need all of this. But the basic accounting operations are all in every accounting software. The basics, the invoicing, the receipt, the purchases, all the basics are all in every accounting software. Maybe the way you run your payroll, like now in Nigeria, we have a new tax system. Okay. Now you can see that most of this software, they have to go back and do one or two tweaking here and there to bring in what is being done locally. So they have to go back to do one or two changes in their software to accommodate what we have. Like now, when this particular software came out, Nigerian VAT was 5%. Now, immediately we increased to 7.5. They also have to go and make some changes, just like reprogramming the software to accommodate those changes. There are some countries, whatever changes that are going on in your own country, their software remains the same. And one of them is Sage 50. No matter what changes in your country, Sage 50 remains what it is. But there are also some of them, like this particular Sage Business Cloud. If anything goes on in Nigeria now, if there is any change in accounting, in revenue, in tax operations, you see that they will quickly change their software to reflect those new changes in the countries where they are selling these softwares. So it depends on the company, their policy, and their standard. Okay. Now, this particular software does not report inventory as a value in the balance sheet. Let me repeat it again. This particular software does not report inventory as a value or as a current asset in your balance sheet. So have that at the back of your mind. But it has a feature. It has an inventory reporting feature that gives you an extensive analysis of your inventory operations. So you must understand the software. Once you are able to understand how a software works, what it brings to the table for you, then you use it with a smile. If you don't understand a software fully and you dabble into it, now along the line you start discovering that why now, why this one, why that one. No, so that's why you see organizations, after spending million implementing a software, they spend another million getting a new one. So these things are issues. You have to be certain, you have to explain to your client properly. You have to understand this software from Genesis to Revelation, from beginning to end, and know exactly what it's bringing to the business. Then you are now happy using it. Now, like I said, this particular software is, at a glance, it looks like QuickBooks. And one other unique thing that it has is visualization. Most of us that are into data analysis, you know understand what I mean by visualization. It has an amazing visualization, like now graphical analysis of what is going on. So to a business owner, to the management, the software has already visualized everything in pie chart, in bar chart. So it adds to your understanding of what is going on concerning your business records. Okay, so having said all of this, like I said, for you to set up an accounting software, there are three things you must always do. Number one is the setup. So under the setup, you have your company name, company name, which I have done already. You have your vendor name, customer name, names of your employees, names of the chart of account. Every non-financial data, every data that the software needs to work effectively is what comes in the setup. Every data that the software needs to work, to build this database, comes under the setup. Now, the posting or the transaction has to do with your sales, your everyday sales, your everyday business activities, your invoicing, your receipt, your journalizing, your double entries, your transfer of funds. Those ones are the real financial transactions that goes in and out of the business. So those ones comes under posting. Then the third layer is the reporting. The essence of investing millions into the software is for the software to give you near accurate report, not only to give you near accurate report, but it has to do those reports on time. It has to give you those reports on time. So that is the key. The first two, the setup and the postings are your responsibility as the manipulator of the software or as the user of the software. The first two, setting it up and posting transactions, they are your responsibility. No software does those things for you. They are your responsibility. It's your responsibility to give the software all the data it needs to work for you. It is also your responsibility to key into the software all the transactions that has taken place. The only work of the only work of the software, the only work of the software is the reporting. All the software does is to give you accurate report and make them available on real time. Real time means in few seconds or minutes, and you are ready. So I'm also ready to go. So if you are joining us for the very first time, please give us a wave emoji and let us know where you are joining us from. Please, if you are joining us for the first time, let us know where you are joining us from. Mohammed Fafana, welcome. Let us know where you are joining us from and give us a welcome emoji. We want to welcome you. We want to know where you are joining us from. So if you are joining us, please let us know where you are joining us from, your location and your or your wave, so that we know you are where you are. Okay, for the very last time, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Can you hear me very well? Yeah, Mr. Abdul Wahab, welcome. Good morning. Welcome to Computer Accountant Platform. Please don't forget to subscribe for you to continually be part of us. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to put your notification tag so that anytime we'll release our videos, our short videos that are coming up on board, you will be one of those that will get access to them. Don't forget to subscribe and welcome on board while we'll take off. Okay, now I have done the setup. This is the workplace, as the case may be. Now, at the extreme, here is called the menu bar. Okay, where you have the menus. This is known as the menu bar. So inside the menu bar, you have the home menu, the quick view menu. Let's see this in the internet. So you have the quick view menu. I'm going to explain all of them. You have the customer menu, suppliers menu or vendor menu. You have the item menu, banking, accounts, accountant area, reports, company and administration. So the home menu is where the system displays the visualization. So I'm clicking on the dashboard. This is where the system displays the visualization. You can see it now. Basically it's empty because we have not started posting anything. This is where the system uses visualization to analyze some of your business realities. Now the quick view is more like a quick search. I need a detailed breakdown of a certain customers or vendors or item. I need a quick breakdown or a quick analysis or a quick detail of a certain customer's transactions with us for a certain period. So that is the work of quick view. Like another software, they can call it quick search. So that's what it does. You can quickly assess a certain detail about a customer, a vendor, an item or bank account or a ledger, as the case may be. Then you have the customer menu. The customer menu contains both the customer names, the customer database, the transactions you've had with the customer. It has the transaction features, the invoice, the receipt, the credit note, the allotting the receipt, writing off like bad debt or adjusting customers' balances. Then it also contains the report. So everything you need to run a customer transaction is under customer menu. The same thing with vendor. Then you have the item. This is where you set up your item. It generates the list. Now, this is also where you can adjust your items opening balance, as well as generate report on certain items or stock. Then this is where you set up your bank, do your petty cash, uh, make some expenditures, and also generate reports. Make some expenditures, reconcile bank statement, then generate reports as follows. Then under account, this is where you set up your charts of account. All the charts of account are set up here. As you are setting it up, the system is generating a list for all of them. So the one unique thing with this software is that all the chart of account, it came with virtually everything you might want to name your chart of account as. It virtually came with all of them. Okay. Then this is your account reporting group. When you want to report your account in segments, maybe you have the chart of account for a particular business, you want to report them in groups, then you can adjust the opening balance of any chart. Then you can also generate the reports, like general ledger report of each of these charts. Then under the accountant area, the basic work here is to process general journal, generate report, management report. You can see it there, management report, profit and loss, balance sheet, trial balance, budget report. Then you can also generate journal entry report. Then the back end is also audit report. You want to see the opening balances when we started, at what value. The audit trail simply means you want to know those who had access to this software, what they did, the time they did it, just like you want to have a frequency of activity in the software. That's what the audit trail does. Okay. Then you have the reports, all your primary and secondary reports. You have your P&L, your balance sheet, trial balance, and the other reports, account receivable, account payable, inventory, item report, and the rest. Then this is where you do your company settings. Maybe select the fiscal year, the number of decimal places, put in your logo, do your budget, do your analysis code, import data. So if you have your chart of account in Excel, and there are many, you can import names of customers, names of vendors. You can as well export. Then you can also set up your opening balances, opening balance of all chart of account. Okay, so having explained all of this, okay, so having explained all of this, now the first thing we have to do is to set up our chart of account. So if you look at my PowerPoint presentation here, you can see the chart of account. We have cash at hand. From the case studies, I extracted all of these from the case study. You have cash at hand, you have Zenith Bank, you have petty cash, account receivable. These are fixed assets, shop building, shop equipment and shelves, delivery van, office furniture. So this continuation, you have the account payable, VAT payable, the capital return earning, then the remaining. So this from here, I will now be moving to and fro, setting up the charts of account. Okay, so let's start in earnest. But the magical thing is that the software is created in a way where virtually all the chart of account you might think about is already in the software. Let's go to list. So what is already there, we will leave it. We'll only create what the software has not created or does not didn't come with. So that's what the ones that have been created, we will leave it. Okay, so this is it. These are all the charts. You can see them here. These are all the chart of accounts, numbering 53. So the system, so there's virtually all the expenses. The only thing we can do under expenses is to change the names, edit the names. Eventually, it has up to 30, let me say 2025 expenditure names. All we can do is to change the names. But the only unique thing I'm going to explain here is these places you are seeing, this account that has system account. It means that now this is, I have had to work for a client where they brought me in to come and fix this. We ended up creating a new account. Now, the system account is telling you that the software has been configured already. That means that you don't need to create sales. It has been configured with cost of sales to calculate the gross profit automatically. This is where it differs from other software. System account means that it has already been configured. So all the things that need to be merged has been merged. Okay. Now, if I give you discount, if I receive discount from a vendor, it is already tied to purchases, okay, and is already an income to the business. So all of these things, anywhere you see system account, it means that they have been configured to work together. So what happens to sales, what happens to sales definitely will have a reaction on bad debt. What happens to also sales reducing must have a direct bearing on discount allowed. So that's why you are seeing this system account all interwoven. That means that they have been merged to affect each other. Once anything goes wrong here or any deduction goes wrong here, the direct debit goes on the other side. So now what the client did was they went ahead and created a different sales that were not tied to this system account. So on the long run, they were now struggling to get their inventory report. So please always run along with this system account. That is, the software has made that easy. That's how you generate your gross profit. And that is how it has a direct bearing on the stock movement, stock in, stock out, and the balance. So every other thing here are just mere accounts. So let's look at page 2. You can see we have our fixed assets. We only change the names. You can see how big expenditure is. So let's go to the third one. So you have owner's contribution, opening balance, and tax adjustment. You can see your trade payables, tax payable, and the rest. So this is just to bring this to your notice to show you how efficient this software is, how very efficient. Anywhere you see a system account, it has a direct bearing on other accounts that are linked to it. So that means that you don't need to go creating that account anew. Like inventory, you can see anything that happens to inventory has direct bearing on sales and purchases. So that's why it is locked in that system account. Okay, so let's start. The first thing, like I said, is always your chart of accounts. But here we have more than enough. So what I'm going to do is to look at what we have here and check what it is on the system. So there's cash at hand, there is Zenith Bank, there is Petty Cash. So let me get those ones done. Okay, so I'll go to banking and go to add. No, so this is where we have cash. I'm going to use capital letter, cash at hand. Then category, you can call it cash account. Let's just call it cash account. Okay, so it's cash. So that's, I think we are good to go. Then you click save, save and new, because we have 3 of them to quickly create. So I have to pick the other ones. You have Zenith Bank and Petty Cash. So have Zenith Bank, copy. Then category, we can create, call it bank account. It falls under bank account. It falls under bank account. So name of the bank again, Zenith Bank. Then you can go ahead and put the account number. These ones are just mere data. You can go ahead and put the account number, put the branch, put opening balance. From the question, from the case study, I think we have an opening balance. Yes, from the case study, we have an opening balance of 85 million. So have 85 million as at today's date. So I'm going to bring back the other one and effect. So this is it. So you can see the list here. You can see if you scroll down, from bank and credit note, you can see it. If you click on Zenith Bank, look at that 85 million. So I skipped this. So I'm going to, the only way you can do it now is to go to the opening balance. Okay, you can't, unless you are putting a transfer, you are putting it as a transfer. So for us to add that opening balance, you can come here. So we have, where is the adjust opening balance? So I can come here under adjust opening balance. So let's see what I'm, so go to opening balances. So I'll look for cash at hand. I'll look for cash at hand because I can no longer do it on the other angle. So I'll look for cash at hand. Look at it here. You can see I'll look for cash at hand. That is 3.5 million. So automatically, then it goes to capital. So this is the balance, owner's contribution. Okay, so you can see here, it has done the debit and credit. Look at it here. So it's now 88.5. This is it. It has taken care of the second leg. So I don't need to bother myself. That's taken care of the second leg. All I have to do now is to save. Update it. Update. So now I want to look at it. It's even showing here. So you can see Zenith Bank 85. You can see cash at hand 3.5. So, but you cannot go, once you create an account here, you cannot go back and edit again. But you can also use this here to adjust the bank. Okay. Okay, so that's done. The next one is the petty cash. So I have to quickly do that one. And we are done with our medium of payment. So we have petty cash. Copy is a cash account. Petty cash is a cash account. Then bank name, petty cash. So that is it. So there's no balance for petty cash. So there's no beginning balance for petty cash. So we leave it the way it is. So it's 0. So once you select petty cash should be 0 until it becomes operational. Then the next thing under the beginning balance is the shop building. Okay. Now, because the software has created a lot of accounts, I don't want to overlabor myself by creating an account. So I'm going to go to lists and start changing, editing the name to suit what I have in the case study. So let me go to fixed assets. I have shop building, shop equipment and shelves, delivery van. This for the opening balance. So let me look for fixed assets, non-current. This is current liability, current assets, the second page. So this is it here. So I'm going to edit the names. I'm going to edit the names. Instead of fixed asset motor vehicle, I'll change it to fixed asset shop building. So it saves me so I might not even need the fixed asset name to appear there. So I will just go straight and type shop building, because this category takes care of that non-current assets. I'm sure we understand that a non-current asset is also a fixed asset. So shop building. Okay. So the opening balance is 120 million. Okay, so done. Then save. Then shop equipment. Okay, you can see now, is can see what I mean. So because it comes with a lot of names of charts of accounts. So I don't need to. So we have shop equipment. I don't need to be creating from the scratch. Shop equipment and shelves. Okay, so beginning balance, I have 12.5. So save and new save, because I want it to return me back to the list so that I can see what I have done. Then page 2 is on page 2. The last one is delivery van. So you can see it here. You can see the amount, the opening balance, then edit. So you have delivery van. So opening balance for delivery van is 14. Then I think that's it for the opening balance. So save. Okay, it says all goods and services attract 5% VAT payable monthly. Yeah, 7.5% VAT payable monthly to the revenue house. Now, automatically, this software, the owners of this software, they have updated that 7.5. If Nigerian VAT or any country where they are used, if Nigerian VAT increases to 10%, immediately they do the change. Once the VAT increases today, the next hour they are changing it to that new. Once they confirm that the VAT system in Nigeria has increased, automatically you don't need to worry yourself. You don't need to be the one setting it up. They will automatically change it and put it as an option you can select. Okay, so still on the chart of account. Let me see what I have, what I still have here. The system has accounts receivable already. The system has